Good morning, everyone on EP. I'm hoping, first of all, that I'm doing this right. Like Karen, I'm a little bit new to the lives. Happy Friday. I'm at work and coming to you from my office, so I have my coffee. I'm going to actually put some oil on. So, welcome to day 10 of our 10 days to ditch and switch. I'm actually very excited that I was asked to come on and talk because my Young Living journey, I think, has been kind of a fun one. It's kind of a doozy. I've been a product user for about 2 years and really started getting into the business maybe over the summer. And for me, in the beginning, a lot of the ditch and switches were kind of no-brainers. We swapped out all of our cleaning products and we swapped out our shampoos and a lot of stuff, but I had some staples in my life that I used on myself and on my kids that for us, I just had no interest in really swapping out until I started looking into what was in them. And I'm a little bit embarrassed to say that the ditch and switch I'm talking about was something that I really only swapped out in March during the pandemic when COVID hit. So, without giving you the brand name of what it is, there is a very popular petroleum-based product out there. And I think that you guys are probably familiar with it. If you have kids or if you've ever gotten a tattoo, you have probably put this on your body at some point. For me, I never really looked too much into the ingredients and what was in petroleum, and I actually wrote it down so that I don't screw it up. But petroleum is basically made up of mineral oils, waxes, glycerin, and lanolin. Lanolin, for some people, has, it's something you can be allergic to, but in most cases, they say petroleum is safe. Not really the most true thing. You have in petroleum jellies mixes of hydrocarbons, which are things that are in petroleum, like what would go in your car, your lawnmower. And when I started thinking about that, and the fact that I'm putting this on my kids and on my hands, my lips, it really kind of skeezed me out. And I was like, I need a better solution. So that's when I started looking into what can I actually use from Young Living to swap these products out for. For me, this petroleum-based product was like my Swiss Army knife of products. Like we have lavender, right? We use lavender for everything. I used this for everything. So, during COVID, during the pandemic, when we had to obviously be more cautious of not touching our faces and our mouths and putting germs all over us, I didn't want to put something on my finger and rub it on my lips, which is what I was doing. Hey, Jess. So obviously I wanted to switch and use a chapstick or a lip balm, something that would keep my hands off of my face and my kids from touching their faces. So my first ditch and switch was to stop using that product and start using the lip balms. So I'm not a big chapstick lover. I know I like to use my bad products and put it on my lips. It was really shiny, and obviously occlusive products like petroleum create barriers over your skin, so it really locks moisture in, so you get that feeling you're moisturizing, but you're not. So we started using the Young Living lip balms instead, which has been awesome because I love it and my lips feel awesome and I don't feel gross like I'm touching my face. I actually ordered about 10 of the holiday kits with the vanilla mint because it's been my favorite. Another thing that I swapped out, sorry, I'm turning off my heater. It's hot in my office. Another thing that I swapped out and started using all over was the rose ointment. So I'll be honest, the rose ointment in the beginning I didn't really love because it was really hard for me to kind of get out and put on and apply. But I realized that you can hack this, hey Karen, and you can actually take a knife or some type of butter knife or something, and you can whip up the rose ointment and it becomes more of like a cream or an ointment. So it really is a really good switch for people who were using petroleum-based jellies for dry skin or for lips and stuff like that. So for me, it looks like this now. It's something that we apply all over dry skin. I put it on my kids if they're itchy. I use it on, for chapstick. I have really, really bad eczema. It's kind of gross. My hands are disgusting, especially in the winter. And again, during the pandemic with encouraging hand washing, my kids and my hands were disgusting. So we were like rubbing rose ointment all over us instead of our other friend. And it's been a really good change for us. And like I said, for me, this whole Young Living journey started out because we were looking for options to help with allergies. I have Graves' disease. I have not the best immune system, so we wanted immune support. And then we started learning that there are a lot of other things that we were putting on that were not necessarily the best, that were just adding to those conditions. And again, those staples that we're so used to, I feel like are really hard to let go of. And for me, it was those products, and these have been lifesavers. So if you're on the fence and you feel like you haven't found a good alternative for some of the things that you're using, I would definitely suggest doing some research and really digging into what's in the products that you're putting on, because it's really scary and it's kind of gross. And you have good options. Young Living's a whole lifestyle. It's not just some oils. There's so many products. There's personal care products and cleaning products, and there is really a good solution for everyone. And I'm reading. Carrie, I put it under my eyes too. I get really, really dry. So I've been using that under my eyes in the morning and at night before I put on makeup, which is really helpful. Karen, it's the best. Try it. So that is my very short and sweet ditch and switch. Didn't keep you guys on here too much. And it's nice to see everyone. And I hope you have a good weekend. Take care.